Do you want to know why you keep making the same mistakes in your life? Do you want to understand why you keep making the same errors? And no matter how much you try to move forward, no matter how much you try to not make the same mistake, you continue to make the same mistake? Let me ask you something. How often do you actually pay attention to the shit you fuck up on? And I'm gonna say it in the most crudest way. And yes, how often do you pay attention to the shit you do that gets you the result you're not expecting? You see, a lot of times we're so caught up on blaming and judging and saying, well, it wasn't me. Well, it was this circumstance, or it was this circumstance. How often do you take responsibility for your shit? You actually take responsibility. You say, you know what? This is not the result I wanted, and I did something to make that result, to cause that result. So therefore, what did I do, regardless of the circumstance around you, regardless of what the situation looks like? What did I do that I can change to make sure I don't do that again? You see, one thing I learned in life is you can only do what you can do. And you can only take responsibility for what you can do. And that is being fully responsible for the actions that you take. Now, granted, when you're in a leadership position, you now take responsibility for others, but that's not this conversation. This conversation is about you taking responsibility for your actions, realizing that not always do you get the result you want, not because of circumstance, but because we're not paying attention to the things that we do. We're not paying attention to the consequences that our actions take. And when we don't get present to that, there's no room for growth. There's no room for learning. Your ability to grow is your ability to admit you fucked up. There's nothing wrong about it. You just did not provide the result you wanted. You fucked up. Grow up. That's all it is. It doesn't mean you're not good. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're not capable. It just means you took an action that's not workable. That's all it is. When you can get connected that it's not about you and how bad of a person you are, you're not. You're an incredibly amazing person. You just keep taking actions that are not consistent with who you are. That's all it is. So with that, I leave you with this. Very, very big tip. Everything you do in life, every action has a result, has a consequence. If you're not getting the result you want in life, look at the actions you're doing. Based off those actions, you realize whether it's gonna give you a better result or at least a different result. No more complaining about your circumstances. No more, oh, but it wasn't me. Oh, no. Take responsibility for your actions. With that, I leave you. Much love.